pick to begin. We end on Ancient if we can get there. The question is, can FURIA weather the storm? Can they hold on, or will the outsiders eliminate them here at IEM Cologne?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Art taking this peek down through Banana, wanting to fight Qikert early. Also doesn't want to get caught out overextending, especially not when his teammate in drop has these flashes to try and send him back into Banana a little bit later. The apartment's now getting cleared by Flit. He's anxiously holding on with those dualies, waiting for a peek. Outsiders very measured to open this one up here. That reflash is waiting. Art will get set up with it eventually. No, not yet, Art. Look at the timer. Still way too much left for outsiders to make a move. And here he is, reflashed back in. But they were playing anti, and Fame's going to find him. Kickstart the 5v4 for the outsiders.
I mean, they were just so ready, right? He went early with the first flash, so outsiders knew there was probably going to be a second. You know, double flash buy is pretty normal with a kit, so they were ready on the ante, as you say. Outsiders, you know, here's where they could just execute B, but that would make too much sense. That would be too easy. Jame wants to try and get weird with it, and in doing so, might dig themselves a bit of a grave, going back into this A site where the three-man hold is still standing. FURIA haven't moved a muscle, and they have no need to.
Oh, yuurih. Oh, it's going to all be on you now, my friend. The dualies down in the pit. They haven't cleared him. He was full flashed. Oh, man. Oh. All right, they are going to go back and deal with him. And now Flit's got a free pair of dual Berettas, so he's well happy with how this has panned out. Outsiders grab themselves the pistol. Yeah, you know, in times gone by, this has actually been a good matchup for FURIA. It's one, I don't know why I said that so like drawn out. FURIA. This has been a good matchup for FURIA, one that they've won twice in a row now, and that's even one up against the old outsiders, right, back when Qikert was in. So that's like pretty legit in my eyes.
Oh. Kills on the way out, but not much more. And yeah, to be honest, I think outsiders with these changes, not, you know, it's very hard to fill the boots of Qikert. Undoubtedly one of the best riflers in the world right now, but in terms of still having firepower, outsiders certainly do. If you're not familiar with these players, Norbert, he's been around that tier 2 scene for quite a while. He even said in an interview that he was, you know, considering to get called up to this team once in the past anyway, but his org wouldn't let him go. Well, now he's finally been given a chance by K23 and outsiders. And Fame as well, 18 years of age, you know, another young talent who's certainly got the individual ability. I can't wait to see over the course of this year if Jame can mold him. Sorry, 19 is Fame, but yeah, I can't wait to see if Jame can mold him into, you know, a typical Jame-esque player, an outsider's style. He has his way.
Yeah, I think, you know, while this little eco's playing out, I think Fame is actually the most exciting addition with the whole, like, Jame crossover in there, right? The Fame Jame, as we call it in the industry.
Yeah.
Because watching him whenever he was playing in K23, he always looked like really, really clean, really, really good. For someone who is such a young player, that was already impressive enough. Now I think he's got some genuine like legends of the game around him. Qikert as well is like another very influential player. And so I think he could have like the highest ceiling on him out of the new additions, you know, and it's super cool to see him in a stage where he is still so malleable, so moldable into whatever you want him to be. And so I think he could end up being, you know, a diamond in the rough, and the rough being the whole situation with Qikert ducking out.
Yeah. Got to keep in mind as well, like even when Flit joined this team, there was some role crossover. Despite Flit clearly being a far better individual player than Sanji, although other details, you know, like Sanji's, you know, usefulness to the team was still there. You know, there was crossover with roles with Flit and Qikert, and Qikert, you know, obviously takes the majority of what he wants there for this team. But for Flit, now I think he's going to get a lot more room to do as he pleases. And again, I don't think he needs much introduction. You all know Flit. This guy's cracked. So 2-0 start for outsiders, just getting rid of the eco, not too difficult here on Inferno. And FURIA coming in with their big buy in round number 3. Still going to be some Galils or Galals in play. Do you prefer the galol or the fam ass?
The fam's ass, man. Like, it really is. Oh, running middle into Norbert.
Sick.
And he's in with a double, opening up this round in a very big way for the outsiders. Art's going to try and aggro around this smoke.
Of course he is.
Looking for a way to equalize this out. Don't know how he's just seen James there, and he's still fighting. Qikert up and past him is going to get rid of the guy. yuurih dead as well. Qikert with a double opener. Him and Norbert have just dealt with this round. Outsiders more or less guaranteed a third at this point.
Yeah, not sure about that re-aggro for yuurih there. If he stopped on the off angle, he would have been perfect. But yeah, Qikert, of course, with a B pick, was going to keep going there, and he was way ahead of where yuurih expected. Could have anchored the site, could have stood still to play an off angle, but no, he just got caught running forward. Really awkward. And even though the bomb's been forgotten by outsiders, they need not worry. Safe is saving, or at least hoping that they come his way. But eventually, as this B hit comes in, it's likely Safe will do as his name suggests. Stay exactly that. Outsiders, very methodical. Even though they've cleared the bomb site, they're still scared, they're still careful, and there's nothing wrong with that. Make sure this round is assured and keep 3 alive would be good to the money of outsiders. And if there's one thing we know about this team, they do love some money.
Yeah, they really do. I think it's kind of interesting though, like you've got a lot of players now who are kind of very willing and outsiders to fight early, right? Like guys like Norbert used to kind of being at the front. Fame fits into that as well. We know that Flit used to like that, right, in the original iteration of this team. So yeah, I think it makes sense that we maybe see an outsiders that's prone to getting a lot more involved early on. I used to be a big Norbert fan back when he was in like Simon Gaming prior to that win strike. I think he was a really, really explosive player. Definitely had some problems with like keeping it terribly consistent and the likes, but yeah, man, no, I mean, this guy's always been kind of down with it, you know, down to clown, as it were, and seeing him here in this team and adjusting to like a whole new style under the leadership of James has been a treat. He completely annihilates FURIA in that round there, and is basically solely responsible for the very rough start that FURIA are about to embark upon here. Down to pistols again, with this saved M4 being the kind of hero weapon here. Gonna see what Safe can do with it.
Ooh, that's a good start, but we would love the finisher, and so there it is. Delivered by Art with a grenade onto the logs. Fame definitely needed to just up and leave, but maybe thinking they wouldn't have utility on the eco is not the case. Flash to mid. Oh, that kill would have been everything for Qikert. Imagine a 5-on-3 when you could fall back into your bomb sites. They still have to fight. Safe is stuck, but he gets out with a kill to Qikert. A free 1v1, and now there's a 3-on-3 at this A site for outsiders. Do they want to take it? The mid crossfire is in play. yuurih. Oh, under the balcony, might have been spotted there, the shadow. Norbert sees him, backing up, just missed by Flit, and he gets caught by a P250. This is a full eco for FURIA, and they're somehow making it work. That one gun that started it all, and they're doing right by it. Molly and smoke in middle, nowhere is safe. Norbert could have Molly drop into the cubby. He wants to wait for that fade, but out it goes, drop escapes, no punishment.
Yeah, I mean, at least now he knows it's clear, but that's not going to make his life any easier. Drop with his deagle. Looking like we could have a bit of a team ace on the cards here if Qikert elects to get involved, and if Jay doesn't back up into the apartments and save, but knowing James as well as we do, he's going to do exactly that, isn't he? Hold on to this AK. Outsiders, that's a bit of a disaster as far as it goes. That could have been a really nice start here on the T side, where they just kind of have all the momentum, all the pressure from the get-go. Instead, FURIA pull up with nothing more than one M4 in this round, a collection of pistols, and a singular nade on Art. And they end up stealing it away flawlessly at that. So really cannot understate enough how miraculous a round that was out of FURIA.
Yeah, really good shooting. Oh, that was a crispy one for yuurih, and drop on the Degon long. Lovely stuff. FURIA coming in with their first round. And James going to get the AWP in at least, dropped over, as he can buy up. Oh, sorry. give that AK back over to someone else. Flit's going to set him up. No AWP for FURIA. Triple B start getting those grenades in. They've got a lot of them. It got them their opener last round as well. Qikert always throwing himself into Banana as the first man. Never a fun role. But someone's got to do it. Getting that early space. Fame can flash him over the top of the corner as well, but got to wait for that smoke to fade. And even if he does, with 2 and maybe even a 3rd player ready to go, holding a flash, Qikert smokes the molly to back up, gives FURIA a bit of respect here. They've got a nice setup at the top of B. Outsiders don't want to tangle with it yet.
Yeah, very reserved thus far. And I mean, with good reason. Oftentimes, you know, if you wait long enough, Art might give you a fight down Banana anyway. They're going to go ahead and throw in this util, and that's going to trap Art here in Banana. He's got to fight now. He doesn't have support from his team. Going to drop that smoke, look to give himself some avenue of escape here. And he will elect to play around it. Now, the rest of Outsiders have grouped for an A hit in the meantime. This triple B is in the wrong place at the wrong time. Nice. So yuurih needs to hold the line. And up in the apartments, he's in with a double, dropping the bomb. Now FURIA have got this info. They're running it down Banana, but Jane was holding for it. Serato tucked it up on cold. Ready for this swing. Not going to make it any easier. Qikert gets rid of him. And now Outsiders on their way to getting this bomb down in a 3v2 post plant.
Oh, James is lethal here, but he has gone very wide on this angle. That other player safe is by the cart. He might catch James before he even sees a thing. Oh, can he find the angle? Going over the top, no one's looking from the site, but James has a bit of cover. Qikert tucked in low, safe going high. Spotted 1, spotted 2, but he can't find a single kill, and James swings out for the frag. 4-1, Outsiders do it. That is the most James round I've ever seen. 20 seconds on the clock, Harry. Qikert is on the cart on short, taking it 1v1, and James is in alt mid, holding the Banana push. It works to perfection and absolutely stops that retake ever transpiring for FURIA. Outsiders putting on a show right now to begin this game, and dude, this team is lethal. It's nice to have so many CIS teams still in competition right now, right? With Cloud9 coming in with great form off of Dallas, with Spirit obviously looking great at the major, and still, despite their roster change, holding on in this tournament in that upper bracket, and now Outsiders as well, trying to put on a show in the lowers. There's a lot of things to like right now in terms of CIS CS.
All right, safe. All right, he's got himself an AWP. But it's always nerve-wracking going up against Jay, man. He's like a very rare kind of example of how he still feels oppressive on the T side with the AWP, even if he isn't getting kills. It's like you feel very restricted in your options if you're FURIA. You're always nervous if you're safe and trying to go for a peek, knowing that Jay might just be holding your angle, waiting for exactly that.
Yeah, it kind of forces you to play a passive AWP.
Exactly,
right? That's not always what you want to do. You like the flash peeks on Inferno. You like taking the risks in mid out of spawn. So, yeah, it does definitely force some respect out of a CT AWP, but we have 2 of them at least for FURIA on both sides of the map. Art's fired off 1 bullet, so they know about this, and as a result, don't know about safe.
Wall bang the wall, go on.
Yeah, he's holding for the boost, so he's got it. Up they go. Oh, Fame, good angle, but Art was ready for it. Bad as well as Fame could have done there, given the side that he came from, but all backed up into the bomb site. And Outsiders should know now there's double AWP, so not even assured that, yeah, we can go A, there's no AWP there. You've seen Art, you know Safe's got his. Dude, Execute coming in.
Art is on an island, yeah. I like that he's taken a shot full and back now because he is the only guy actually inside of the site. The molly burning him. He does hit that shot, but not the killing blow. Drop at least finishes what Art started there, tipping the scales into this 4v3. Yeah. Very quickly, though, it's cancelled out, traded by Safe. And so FURIA grouping for this one, gonna have to wait for the smokes to fade, and then they're gonna look to go together. Flit might attempt to make a play here. Now's the time for some sort of heroics. He's gonna try and push this CT smoke. However, yuurih was waiting for exactly that. It's all on Norbert. Timing couldn't be worse. as he goes for that CT fight. Safe rounds the angle. And so FURIA get this one locked in, also get out with the double AWPs in tow.
Yeah, James goes one step too far, right? But he didn't see Safe round that corner in the ruins after taking down Art. To be honest, double AWP, doubled up in a tight choke point like that, not the expectation. And so, yeah, Jamie looked like he had got the round-winning kill, but then gives it up straight away. And FURIA, very nice retake there, passive, knowing the outsiders had no room. They had to try and take some space back, and that had to be towards CT spawn. yuurih was patient as he let the rest of his team come through the backside. 4-2, FURIA keep their double AWP and try to keep things clean here on this CT side. Always on the edge of reset until they've won a few rounds in a row. To be honest, Outsiders money is no prettier. Ouch.
There we go. I knew we'd get the Art wall bang in eventually. Still, really only a kind of tickle to Qikert. A favourite game in the Outsiders gaming house. Tickle Qikert.
No one likes being tickled.
They're grouping for another one of these apps hits. Right, once again, James just kind of being annoying, hanging around at the back, lobbing flashes up B, trying to give the illusion that this isn't the app's play. They are smoked off right now. Oh, ballsy, right? Yeah. No one shoots on the back of that info flash. Like, that is a very brave call to have made, but ultimately it's the right one. If even one bullet was fired off there, FURIA would have a much better idea as to what's going on in this moment.
Oh,
that re-smoke, bit of a disaster, right? You're going to be left pushing in the final 15 seconds, really, if you're Outsiders here and you wait for that to fade. Now they see all this util coming over the A bomb site. FURIA starting to piece together what's happening here, and they're going to hold the line. There's that push out of the apartments. 20 seconds left. So the entries have got to be clean. Fame and Flit get a kill apiece, and the knife's out for Safe over at long. James walks him, and Outsiders right at the buzzer, right where they, for some reason, feel the most comfortable. They push in at the 20-second mark, and they get out with the round. FURIA are going to be left kicking themselves at the end of that one. Yeah. They might have gotten both those opening kills on the apps players, the short man coming out. But from that point on, man, Outsiders dominate. They get into the pit. They have James wrapping long on a late lurk. And FURIA were none the wiser.
Yeah, it's so important that FURIA don't know the numbers in apps there, right? That's why Qikert is sitting on short looking like a lemon after he kills Qikert off top of boost. It's because two smokes were thrown from mid, right? James and Qikert both through utility, Qikert through long, James through moto. And then James got a perfect flash for his team out apps. They somehow go down 3-on-5. They double trade back. And then, you know, after Qikert gets shot in the back, James doesn't even come through mid. The insult to injury, he wraps back through the long smoke and catches Safe, setting up for a late round retake that was never going to happen for FURIA. Not after this kill. Outsiders, yeah, they do their best work when the time is not looking good. The pressure does not hold them back. And that's a sickening round to lose for FURIA. It felt like everything was going right until it wasn't. And that's exactly how Outsiders play these T sides. Up to 5 now. Keeping things nice. Another AWP for Safe at least, as Art has thrown it right back. Pulled out the UMP. Something we've seen Simple use more and more recently. I watched Simple play like 3 FPL games in a row the other night, and I swear to God, he played UMP every round for about 3 maps in a row, and he was wrecking. Don't know how he does it. Gun's pretty good, though.
Oh, they're going to try and get... Oh!
Okay.
That's one way to do the boost.
That works.
What if we never actually did the boost and instead I just killed them in the air? Yeah, I guess that's one way to do it, drop. Of course, you know, we were kind of talking about Mouse earlier on and the success that some of the Academy players have had there. Drop from the FURIA Academy, slotted into this team lovely over time.
Yeah, considering how I'll be honest, how bad the FURIA Academy team was for so many seasons, right? For the first 3 seasons, they were out in the last 2 slots, were FURIA Academy, never accomplishing much. But hey, they still had the talent in there. They still had a couple of players to keep their eyes on. They did a lot better this season, worth noting. So improvements there, which are nice to see. But yeah, even if the team was struggling, there were still pieces to keep your eyes on. There always are. Don't get confused. Don't think this round is over, because while Flit's waiting in mid for an aggressive flank down banana, FURIA, they're also very low. This could be a winnable 3-on-5. They've done it before, and they might just do it again. Flit doubles up, and Outsiders pull the wool over the eyes of FURIA. Back they go into what is an empty A site, unless yuurih wants to risk it all.
Yeah, he's going to have to play ahead of these smokes, man. You need some resistance here. You need to slow them down and buy time for Art to move over.
Oh,
yuurih smoked off. That was actually safe that lobbed that in as well. Luckily enough, he's going to use it to his advantage. And now it is just James left in this clutch. 1v3 with 10 seconds left. He taps the bomb, wins that first fight. James trying his hand at the clutch. They're running him down. He does get the bomb planted. Now on default with that swing, Art's going to find him and seal the deal for FURIA. And puts a bit of extra money in the bank accounts of Outsiders at least. Takes another gun out of the round from the FURIA squad. But great stuff there from yuurih. Really making the best out of a pretty cooked scenario, right?
Definitely. I mean, the smoke almost wrecked him, but then it actually saved him, gave him a bit of cover from that second player trying to trade. And yeah, you talked about the stylistic differences in the pre-match here for this game, and this is another example of them. Like, Outsiders just completely bait FURIA into playing those aggressive flanks, and FURIA are going to realize very early in this game that they can't be running down mid, running down banana, taking those back stabs, because at 30 seconds with a B execute with 2 smokes, that means nothing. That doesn't mean Outsiders are committing. They beckon them into the default, and Flit does a great job there. This is more FURIA though, spawn pushing out of the gates. I don't like it with the A1S. The barrel can screw you here, but yuurih's making it work anyway. Art spammed out Qikert. Second time he's got that kill over the smoke. yuurih's going to kill Flit in alt mid and try and buy time. That's a great grenade as well. And he knows that Fame is coming through. Norbert just sneaks around the angle to his demise. And FURIA, with this aggressive round, still have that deep mid control somehow. Oh my goodness. How many, half their kills are smoke kills in this round. It's insane. But yeah, FURIA, hey, maybe the mid-ground aggression doesn't work, but doing it out of spawn, surprisingly, catches Outsiders off guard.
Yeah, James just going to be left saving in this one, man. The mid-aggro works wonders. James was the one guy to get away with anything, and it was a pretty big kill that he got as well. Safe was like meant to be supporting yuurih in that mid play, and ended up getting domed by the AWP. That's where it was pretty important, pretty big that we had Qikert also pushing the apartments, right, to kind of take onus of that alt mid play. Did end up helping yuurih a hell of a lot in the long run.
Yeah.
And so I like that FURIA there, in spite of kind of losing Safe, whose whole job was to support yuurih in the mid push, they're so quick to react and respond and replug that hole, as it were.
There's always method to the madness on these FURIA CT sides, right? Especially on a map like Inferno, when they're taking middle out of spawn and they're going for an aggressive round. All the pieces are in place to support that. The banana utils there to force that player into an uncomfortable angle in middle. There's flashes over alt mid. There's another player being proactive. So as soon as Outsiders are dedicating resources to killing yuurih deep down middle, that's when they get caught by another piece of the puzzle. So yeah, there is method to the madness. It does look crazy, but it's also, you know, well pracked, well dry run by FURIA. Can make it very entertaining to watch, especially when they're out in NA doing this. Like, they would just win games off of their CT Inferno, just being a nuisance and giving no respect to teams like Liquid. I also think it's exciting that the #1 and #2 teams from that, you know, road to Cologne in NA, being FURIA at #1, Liquid at #2, are both in that lower bracket matchup, fighting for survival today. Liquid right now are playing 0-0 Nation in a very similar situation. So let's see if either of these teams will hang on by the end of the afternoon. Right now it's just Glocks or James risking it all. Needs a resmoke at B. But actually, yeah, it goes out, okay. Gonna allow Art to escape if he wants. Not much in resistance apart from Jame. And so as a result, they're gonna set him up to try and get this pick. But FURIA are playing nice and passive, knowing that this orb is the only way into this round.
It's so wild as well because, like, James knows that, like, if anyone's going to get the opener, it has to be him, but also he doesn't want to be at the front because if everyone dies, he wants to save the orb. So it's a real... They keep using these boosts to try and do it, to try and net the opener. And there it is. James with the orb, going to pluck safe out of the round. That's now another orb that could be retrieved for the outsiders. Down through Banana. Art is dinked by the Glock. 20 seconds. Double AWP long. There's a smoke down to get them up into the bomb site. James already kind of getting himself into the back line, so things go weird. He's going to be in an all right spot. Now he's holding for this short flank. Qikert still inside of the site and is going to flush out Qikert.
What on earth is happening?
And Jane with the 2 AWPs, but they are getting wrapped from B, and Flit running the risk of just getting shot in the back. It feels inevitable. Art now finally going. Flit is dead, and Jame, he would love to save. He would love to get out of here, and he's gonna do it. He finds the one avenue out, but no. Goes back in, double dips, and that there is just one peak too many leading up to the save. All in all, though,
very good round.
Kill onto safe, bomb plant. You'll take that if you're outside.
Yeah, I love that when FURIA realized that double orb's been retrieved, they actually just stopped facing from pit. And that retake was super smooth because every player is walking, right? Outsiders just don't know where anyone is, and they don't know the timings that they're coming in on these flanks from both, you know, down Banana to mid to Arch, and also Art in CT spawn. Like, they're going so late and so silent that it's just not being considered. You can't watch everything. You have 2 scopes in a 2-on-4. But yeah, good eco for outsiders. James sadly is not able to buy up that AWP. Could have escaped there. I think, you know, the old James would have in that 1-on-4, but also got to believe in some of your clutches. So I admire the attempt. Yeah, even just the methods of grabbing those opening kills for James on top of his teammates' heads. It's Art solo B, but he has got a smoke in case things get wild. And FURIA want to re-aggress in middle for information. They've got an orb bait and switch on the corner of long. Flit's asking Norbert to set him up in middle. Porch, Molotov, going to push back Qikert, keep him contained, allow Boiler to get taken by Flit. 50 seconds. Outsiders looking like they want to move towards mid. Qikert is the insurance policy if they need to back up, but right now flashing off the orb is going to gain them some space.
Oh, drop cleared out. Qikert and safe have come in with kills apiece. Qikert still very much in hot water here in middle. That bomb's gone packing, going to rejoin Qikert over on the B site, but Art's been waiting here the whole damn time. That's a clean AWP shot to deal with that first point man up through B. And even though the molly's forced him back, the bomb left at top Banana. It catches Qikert on his re-aggro. Outsiders, they just don't really have the time to win this. They're playing for a bit of damage right at the end. James was really in like 2 minds about what he wanted to do there.
That's a surprise, honestly. They knew that that was a solo B AWP, so maybe just thinking maybe there would be a cheat over from CT, right? Safe was AWPing long. He could have been in spawn holding the cross. There was no smoke for outsiders. There was Art smoke on coffins, but yeah, there was a plant available, although outsiders didn't know it. Dude, even Flit there. Flit's really playing with them as the mid lurker right now on these B plays. He like spotted mid at 20 seconds, ran back, faked the footsteps, and then killed them while they were trying to peek him running away mid. He's really toying with them, but unfortunately not enough for the round. But you really can see the identity of outsiders still very much alive in this map. FURIA, same for them. Aggression down Banana, and this has been really good at netting opening kills. It continues to do so, but James takes one right back in apps, finding a pick to that window peak. And yuurih's out of the round. Still Art oppressive and aggressive as he ever has been. He's holding the ramp with the orb, but he turns around. Ooh, back for it though, just in time, gets that kill and escapes. If Outsiders want to go back, seeing as they have all this time on the clock, they cannot find that refrag. Art can continue to back all the way into the bomb site. Flit, close quarter, somehow wins that duel on 8 points of health after the orb tag. The bomb's loose in middle. Outsiders don't know where they're going. They are still freestyling.
Oh no, drop. Oh no, drop. Norbert was up on short, all the way up at cart. And they were not ready for that at all. With the A kill coming in, Art starts to rotate away. Now, Qikert surely heard this, right? He's definitely said, no, I heard those footsteps heading the opposite direction. So Art's come back into B, but he is about to get smoked off. There's a man up close as well. Oh, okay. What? James walked right into that. Art going through the smoke. No way. Man. Yeah, it's only a leg, it's a tag. That is devastating. That could have denied the plot. That could have set up Qikert to win this 1v1. Instead, he's got to do it 1v2, and Norbert nails the shot. Man, it kind of feels bad moment there for Art. Does all he can and then some. And so unfortunate. He has like a millisecond to take the shot once he's come through that smoke. And he gets it on target, but it's only the leg, it's only a tag, and that is not enough for them to have won that round.
These are just absolutely crazy rounds right now coming out from both teams.
You see, like, I actually think it's kind of cool getting to watch a different look Outsiders, because I think it's kind of forcing James to, like, stay true to his roots with his style of cooling, sure, but broaden the horizons a little bit. And it feels like right now, Outsiders, they love getting deeper than the old Outsiders used to before they slow down, before they commit to that, like, 30, 40 seconds of kind of going stationary and waiting for reactions. And it's making it a lot harder to deal with. So many of these rounds have turned around in man disadvantages for Outsiders because someone is holding pretty deep on a default, waiting for reactions out of FURIA. That round, it was Norbert over towards short right, nailing drop in mid, but a couple of rounds ago, we had Flit playing like the mid cubby, waiting for that mid aggro. It's really cool to see.
Info gathering is costing lives and rounds for FURIA, absolutely. And when you're starting to lose Art at top B, that's the first time he's fallen in such a fashion off the boost. They are wide. Drop's got to be careful. He's solo B right now. He's called for Safe to come over, who has hit a shot in transition. Going back off the flash, Qikert gets mollied, he's trapped, James covers and kills Safe, and that molly missed. Qikert has a nice pocket to play in. Drop's used all his util to go over the top. Smoke is down, it's a really good position right now, but he needs more than a 1-for-1 at this point in time. He would love to just shut down this push. They're committing, they're running right in, no kill for Drop, they go over the top, and James hides as his teammates provide that cover. It's a smoke spam for Qikert, and as this one fades, he's going to try and finish James off, who again just stares at the floor. This guy digs himself a little hole, puts his head in the sand, and now Yuurih's got to somehow dig them out. 1v2, isolating Norbert, but yeah, nade to James, definitely the play. It's going to kill him. 1v1, he's got him trapped, and Yuurih's going to win the round. Considering we were talking about this guy coming into the game today, needing to perform, Yuurih is putting on a show.
Yeah, he really is, man, and it isn't that relieving. You know, there were some question marks around it, but Yuurih back in full effect right now. Also very relieving to see because, you know, it feels like we had a portion very, very recently of the year where Qikert was just unhingedly good.
Yeah, and the only one who was.
And yeah, I mean, it felt like very, very ill-timed because it was during a bit of a plateau for everyone else. And now, like in this one, it's not like he's been problematic, but it's a very, you know, middle-of-the-pack performance out of the guy. So it's nice that Yuurih's taken the reins on this one. Art with aggro into alt mid. This is the man you're normally facing at B. He completely switches up the game in this one with an alt mid peak and a quad A lean right out of the gate. Since has been remedied. The idea behind this is once you know it's Art peeking you alt mid, they were kind of hoping Outsiders would go faster B, anticipating that that side of the map was more empty. And that's why you see FURIA have now kind of played that mind game and put 3 over towards the B bomb site.
Yeah, Furia's round openers have been really nice, right? There's some of these CT-sided attempts. Like Art has been pretty effective at banana picks so far, other than last round, the first time he died. The mid-take for yuurih with safe covering on the orb. Now at alt mid-peak with double flashes. Outsiders were so blind. So, yeah, I'm really liking Furia's starts to their rounds. It's the late rounds that we've been talking about. The Outsiders come in with some clutches. 3 on 5, though, while they've done it before, they really should not do it again. Mollied out at B, they're going to stall their util as a result, but now it's smoked, and if Outsiders really want to go, it has to be now. Big gap in that smoke. Drop's going to try and keep his eyes on it, though. Mollies are landing everywhere, but Qikert position. Drop gets cleared after one. Qikert, he's just buying time, and this is beautifully played. Can't get flashed by his teammate, but peeks with a nade, and 20 seconds, fakes the reload. He hears them coming close, and Qikert puts on a show. There's no time here for James, and it's going to be an 8th round on the CT side for FURIA. Damn good half right now, just considering how many of these clutch rounds have come through for the Outsiders, and their money's in the bin going into 15.
Yeah, great to see Art looking good as well, man. Like, always reflects in FURIA, I feel like, when he's having a good game. Oftentimes, if Art's kind of struggling, if his aggro plays are falling off, you kind of get a sense that, like, the confidence overall of the FURIA squad drops off. So with him pumping them up and getting so involved early, it's going to do them a world of good. This round, he's mollied out and spammed by Qikert with the Tech 9. Deals with him right from the get-go. He gives him that banana fight he often does and is punished for it. Would like to see them get that A1S out of there, because you heard the Tech 9 spamming. You know the money isn't great for Outsiders. Instead, though, they want to retake banana, giving it a look in. They thought this was mollied, but it had a little pocket for Qikert to survive it in the corner. Once again, an apps pop on the cards for Outsiders here. 3 players up in the apartment, so yuurih's going to have to do some heavy lifting. And meanwhile, they've won a banana fight. Qikert now mopped up. Safe was rotating away, and so temporarily, yuurih was the only man inside of this A-bomb site. Close. Safe's come rotating back in, but they know he's trapped in library. They know he doesn't have the cleanest of angles to watch this cross from pit. And so that plant is essentially for free for Outsiders. Now set up 4 versus 3 in a post plant, and they even give Safe another fight. That's kind of ballsy, but he's missed the opportunity.
Yeah, they at least know Flit is close on shore. That's been communicated across. They're going to clear Porch. Only one more spot for him to be in on this little box waiting. Not a flash, fake flash, smoke over. Drop's going to actually get the kill. Fame will trade from pit, though, and they're just so tucked in. FURIA are running out of time, and that AWP is locked out at long. Qikert just needs to get on this bomb. It's his only chance. It's his only hope, and he's going to get killed from James up in apps. This is a round. This is a half. This is 7 for the Outsiders, as Norbert is there to close a competitive game ever wanted in this elimination match. Stick with us. The second half of Inferno is coming in hot. Who is going home today and why did Flamey peak? These are the questions, and today maybe we'll get some answers as FURIA sit 8-7 up after their defensive side of Inferno. It's Outsiders map pick, but it's not uncharted territory for FURIA. They've gone round the world and back again, and now they're going to have to meet Outsiders where they stand on this B stack for here. Will FURIA pull the same fakery that Outsiders consistently showed us in that first half? When you make a stack like this, you don't shuffle, you don't move, you commit until the end of the round. Outsiders are relying on FURIA slipping up.
Yeah, this is a real read. Ooh, Flip.
Hello.
Hello, buddy. You're kind of away from the rest of the pack here. He gets a bit ahead of themselves, but it's all good. It's going to bait them into this stack at the B site. So, still conserve its purpose here. If the two players in at the back hold the line, they're not ready for fame, but Qikert will find him anyway.
What?
Shame, hello. He was midair on the second one. Oh my goodness. And now Qikert's coming around. There was the chance. Lands a dink, but it's slightly through the coffins. And so right now, Safe still very much alive, very much in the round, even if he is wounded. Qikert with his swing. No one's looking at him, and so he's given free reign. They deal with drop up through Banana. They double swing Safe to close, and Outsiders steal away the pistol. Things were looking good for FURIA.
I'm gonna need to see those James.
Yeah, James kind of threw him through a loop there.
He stole the show. I don't know how he got a double off the boost. Like, they were spamming him after one as well. They knew that was no surprise. And very ugly at the back of the site. Here we go. Quick tap. And the follow-up is clean as well. But yeah, they, you know, considering FURIA got info that there were two at B, killed one, saw the other in spawn, they definitely weren't ready for a double backside setup, but both players kind of whiffed. Norma got one with him, but even dropping that smoke just kind of gave it away there. I would have loved to just see them play off of each other, you know, with vision, rather than losing it to the smoke. Weird round, but they win it, so doesn't matter, not too much. 8-8, closed up. And a full eco for FURIA.
All right, then big chance to make some money at the very, very least. Feel like Outsiders are expecting an eco here with how heavy they've lent into the old MP9. It's not uncommon to see FURIA take their buys early. And they're going to flash their way through Banana. They have found fame, and Qikert's had to get out of there. Doesn't want to fall and give up a route into the B bomb site. He's getting run down. There isn't a smoke for CT, so FURIA, their successes in this round are likely to come to a bit of an end here, right? Now just going to try get tricky with it. I think at this point you're really playing for damage more than anything else. They've armed themselves somewhat. MP9 and a CZ to work with. And so just kind of hang out. See if Outsiders come knocking. Don't imagine they will, but hell, nothing wrong with hoping.
One flash to rule them all. And over it goes. Qikert has to give it up, but Flip from spawn with no smoke down is able to chew through almost two. Qikert will help. And really allowing a plant is a big mistake here. Qikert, ooh, yeah, lets the SMG take reign and win the round there for Outsiders. That was still a good eco for FURIA. Little investment. They come through with a couple of kills. And now the big buy. Outsiders, a little worse for wear on the old money department, but winning the first rifle round would send them sky high on their map pick. And they know how important it is. Pause before we get into it, just to make sure things are clear.
Yeah, I like this from Outsiders. You know, they're playing a little kind of quasi-bonus round, keeping some of these SMGs, well, one of the SMGs in tow. They got out with 2 M4s as well, and then they've reinvested into the rifles. They know the importance because, like, a good deal of reinvestment was still forced out of these guys from that last round. If they do lose this, their money's in a very awkward spot. On the flip side, if they win it, they get off to a real hot streak here to open up this CT half, and I mean, that can make all the difference in the long run. So this is a very important round. They gave themselves a little breather right off the top, just to try and figure out how they want to approach things here. Flashing through the banana smoke again. FURIA are really setting a precedent that they have no intention of respecting this deep banana utility, and that might force outsiders to stop throwing it altogether.
Outsiders, they love a gamble, man. I imagine Fame has a second smoke dropped in spawn for himself. This is very common for solo B players. yuurih gets tickled by the molly, but it's info that's only going to keep outsiders 4 strong at this A site, hoping FURIA come right into their trap. Bomb is still back at spawn real fast, so FURIA can't commit yet. They're just playing right now and figuring out where this stack lies. Qikert lays down 2 and takes a man advantage before yuurih trades out onto James. No one's on the bomb still. FURIA trying to pressure B with 2 players being loud, but someone's got to go back. One of these banana players must, because yuurih has somehow snuck his way into spawn. This is a very good position, but Fame spams out Qikert, and it's a necessity that Safe runs back for this bomb before outsiders figure it out. Look at Norbert. He's in alt mid. If Safe makes noise, he might even be heard running away. And even though yuurih has his flank, they're so aware of it. Norbert's going to get this kill, you'd think. He's heard every single step of Safe saving in spawn. And he is on the hunt with seconds to spare. This might be a post-time kill. This is super weird. Oh, outsiders, they know where both these players could be. yuurih will live for 1 more second, but Norbert is here for vengeance.
If Safe dies, that is insane. He had to flick round.
Nice save.
Mate, okay. If you're FURIA, I think you're a little nervous there. The idea of being hunted by outsiders to the extremes that they are in T-spawn is something that is kind of physically unheard of within the realm of this outsiders squad.
Yeah, the only time you'll see outsiders in T-spawn is when they've run out of time on the T side. But that is a nice little hunt. That's the aggression that players like Norbert bring into this. But hey, still, for both players save for FURIA. Gonna get very quick up B. Good flashes, though. Players just looking into the wall, getting chewed up with utility. And outsiders, wow. Banana Util hasn't really done them any favors until this point. And immediately they slink back into the night in a massive advantage, forcing, again, FURIA to just execute. It's all they have in their wheelhouse. It's a house of wheels.
Mate, this pushing through the deep banana util, I understand not wanting to respect it, but it's getting a little too predictable now. Outsiders know they've got a huge advantage in that fight if they time their flashes well. You know, you're already screwed for vision because of the smoke that you're running through. You don't see the flash that's coming your way. And so this has gotten pretty ugly for FURIA in this one, man. They're immediately left in a 2v5. And I mean, last time they were here, they saved. Not really an option with so much time still left. You're going to hang around and, like, try make something happen in this one. But it's a very ugly scenario. Flit's cleared out all the way down through middle. At this point, outsiders know you're going B. And you either fight into the 3 stack or you try go back into lost ground over in middle. It won't come down to that. James farms them on the B play, and it is a flawless 5 alive round for the outsiders, leaving no money in those FURIA bank accounts. The best they can come up with here, little partial investment, only going to lend itself to rushing that much more, and I think that's exactly what outsiders want out of you at this point.
Yeah, and while outsiders have proven their ability to win these like clutch 3-on-5s and manipulate rotations and force FURIA to get aggressive in that first half, when FURIA put in these same spots, they just run XX. It feels like all they can do, and outsiders just, even if they don't have a stack, which they often do, it's just a free round, really.
I even love, like, James is very aware of how people react to his calling, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he knows after you get demolished at Banana like that by flashes, util, and a triple lean, you're not going back to Banana. And so he's set himself up over here towards the A side of the map, a much more standard 3-2 setup between A and B. And it looks like Qikert's even leaning into that fast rotate now, starting to make his way round. FURIA, they might have top mid. They might have a bit of real estate here, but as they go out long, they need an opener, and there it is. Drop provides.
Yeah, James does pick one, at least crossing through, but they're coming back all the way through spawn. Qikert's going to have to turn around. He was scared of the long side for a second. It's all about the CT wrap. 3-on-3, they slow it down, trying to figure out where is the stack. They've only seen James on A. They don't know about Norbert necessarily. Or rather, no, they saw him in pit. They should be aware they're going into the two-man hold right now. It doesn't matter for FURIA. They're jumping over the top into the smoke. James in the back of the site. He hasn't got support. Norbert's deep.
He's having a
James
round.
needs no help here. Swapped off the orb and putting on a show with 4 kills in that round. Sickening for James and 4 outsiders. 4 between these two teams.
That was just such a lovely round out of Jay. It really was. Like, he swings out with the AWP over at long, recognizes that he's in danger of getting rushed down by a low buy, so trades out to his dead teammate's gun and puts on a bit of a clinic in what was almost a kind of like 1v5 A-hold. You know, his other teammate died, Norbert never really got involved right until that final kill. That was all James, baby.
James time. 20-9. But he will back out behind the smoke. Giving up that mid-control flick and spam, but right now he's just going to be playing bait and switch with James on that long corner. Qikert has somehow killed 2 in Banana, and he's got 4 health to show for it, but that's enough. Temptation to go back, and they're very ready for a reaction from Norbert at peak ult mid. Yeah, Art dies to a lurk, but that only confirms FURIA that this B site is pretty underwhelming right now. There's no defense. They're going to get a quick plant and force a save out of the outsiders. Don't know how that happened. A banana take goes very wrong for outsiders. Yeah. This time.
All right, Hugo, here's a little...
All right.
Here's a theoretical I'm going to put in your head, right?
Me.
I would love to see James, if ever he doesn't have money, which I know is a rarity, but, you know, like whenever outsiders do occasionally play full ecos, I want to see him go for ninja diffusers. For the sole reason
you think he's saving.
Exactly,
that's
right? You see it's James alive because he's spent like years of his life conditioning you now to believe.
You see James on the scoreboard in a 1v4,
and everyone goes hunting, and they always leave like one guy near the bomb site maybe, and then even he kind of goes, oh well, he's not going for it, is he?
He might be on something,
right?
This is a great map for ninja diffusers,
right? Dude, James could be like the most deadly ninja diffuser in the game.
Well, I'm trying to think of some of the best ninjas on this map. We had Simple at Blast do it. Maybe last year, he was Ruins. We had that old school classic Qikert round, I'm pretty sure it was, where he was also Ruins. I mean, Ruins is just the spot for B. And everyone went hunting. Can't think of any more.
I'm just saying, like, it would be a very cool character development.
No, that would be interesting, right?
And it would just be something that, like, no one was really ready for.
No, yeah, it would only work early, but yeah, I'd love to see him try it. I've never seen James buy kit smoke and hide at the back of the site before. That would be interesting. All right, well, we'll have to send him a postcard, Harry. Give him a suggestion. But right now, outsiders, you've got mail. Men running up Banana. With a message to deliver. And Amy's about to find out the hard way. They are going for it. That is full FURIA, no flash, no respect. This is our round.
Yeah, I love it, man. They even lob in their deeper smoke, right? And this one's so problematic for CTs, you don't even get to Ruins to set up for a retake. So right from the get-go, you're saving here. All in all, like out of all the ways for this round, for you to have lost a round, this is a pretty nice way for it to have happened, I guess. You only lose one man. James got extra cash at his flit, so you were able to fully buy up next.
Yeah,
that's not an issue.
I love losing.
No, but you know, if you're going to lose, you don't want to take a hard L. You want it to be like a soft L, you know?
For sure. I love that. I think they realized that Fame has been, after that banana take, they weren't going to be doing any more banana aggro. And Fame has just been, the last couple of rounds, solo B, the least experienced player in this team, the youngest on his team. And he's been sat there with a couple of smokes dropped over to drop him, but as we saw, like, he was completely caught off guard, holding a smoke, and then suddenly he hears, oh god, they're right there.
Yeah.
Like, they're already through wherever your smoke is going to land.
Yeah, and you know, it's one of these things where, like, obviously with him being like a kind of newer addition to Outsiders, doesn't have like a tremendous history with FURIA, unlike some of the other guys in this team.
For sure.
And so I think at times, it's kind of the surprise of like, wait, are they actually just full running, no flash, no util, no exec? There's like nothing happening here. They're just running at me. And yeah, man, that's kind of how they do it sometimes. Let's get blindsided. FURIA now on a double digits.
I do love that round because if it doesn't work, it looks stupid. But when it does work, it's so FURIA. And a perfect read from Art on this T side. This game could have easily been swept under the rug, but these last couple of rounds have kept it competitive. Outsiders, if they want to win their map pick, they have to earn it. Another AWP for Jame, but he has been left out of the limelight these last couple of gun rounds. Can he put himself in the right place? Almost feels inevitable to be seeing him on this B-bomb site, but that's exactly what FURIA would expect. Jame doesn't want to be red. He will be late out of spawn, hanging around, seeing which way to go. Seeing if FURIA take early map control very quickly. They're not doing it. They've got apartments. Banana's been given up, though, by FURIA. They just smoke the molly and leave it. Not seeing a lot from Qikert in this game, but that one double kill of Banana has really opened up this T side for FURIA, so leaving him there on the late Banana take could be something for FURIA while they try and take halls and work middle. James gambled back to B. FURIA, I mean, they are a team, as we said, the opposite of Outsiders. They are a team that with this smoke, you know, for the most part, this smoke will be a fake out. FURIA could very much commit with that smoke at the minute 5 mark. And so that's the game you're playing if you're Outsiders, by holding on to utility. That they still do. Flit has a full belt. Jame the same. Has swapped out with Fame. But FURIA now at 50 seconds are lining up their commitment. Oh, that's a good flash. It forces yuurih to spam. That's going to give info. Outsiders are now ready, and Jame is running right back.
Yeah, starting to make his way over. He's going to be able to plug this hole on the long side. Art could get caught crossing, and he will. Jame nails that shot, ridding us of the IGL from FURIA. With him removed, the rest of the gang have got to pick up the pieces. A 4v3 in this A bomb site. Fame in the graveyard, steps up to the mark with one. Norbert in the pit, going to take another to the grave with him. And now for Qikert, he's in a really rough spot here because Jame is like massively repositioned. He flanked through Banana after getting a kill arch side. And so Qikert paranoid about this AWP coming from Library when it isn't. Jame is on short with Qikert. They took the same path of rotation. And Qikert going to get the win knocked out of him there. Qikert to close, and Outsiders up onto 13. They hold on to that A-bomb site. It's a bit of a masterclass there from Jame, like in terms of just misdirection, being super mobile with the AWP, keeping them guessing, and it really helped just kind of seal the deal on a 2v1 versus a player who often comes alive in clutches.
Absolutely. A lot of that off the back of that flash as well, thrown into the apartments. Just yuurih was spraying off of it. We saw Outsiders hold stoic when they got flashed in apps earlier on in their T side. And immediately when yuurih's shooting there and Banana is pretty quiet, that's when Outsiders, just everyone adjusts. Jame moves over. And Outsiders are more than ready for that A attack. One bit of information can make all the difference. And Outsiders show us how. 13-10 now. Jame. He has not been underwhelming, and that is super reassuring. Not just on those T-side calls, but on the CT side AWP, finding impact after impact. Norbert on porch side. He's kind of alone here, but yuurih just crawls out mid with no teammate to trade either. That's a bit ahead of the curve. No one was ready to help him out. Drop only just got there in time. And not in time, I guess. 4 on 5. FURIA do have that full mid and Banana, but it's by design. A flash play is being set up at B for Qikert's contact. And FURIA trying to find a pick with this AWP on that A side, but not much is showing. Just Norbert jiggling on the bike, not giving away a chance for Safe to find a pick. And this is a very hard defense to get through with how passive Outsiders are being for the most part.
Yeah, Qikert the guy kind of in a spot that could make this round interesting. If Qikert doesn't go 1-for-1 here, that's lovely for FURIA. That's going to put a bit more pressure on the outside. As you can see, it's forced James to rotate away from the arch side of this A bomb site. And as Reagro's coming in, safe. Him and Norbert trade a dink apiece, and the AWP comes out ahead in that one. Now Flit moving into the graveyard, needs to give us something here. Oh, he's out of ammo in the A1S, just the USP, and Drop will finish him off. That's the round right there.
That's a round of impatience. That's all that is. That's so unlike Outsiders, right? They were holding the perfect setup. It went quiet in the mid-round in a 5-on-4, exactly how they want it to be. And then Qikert starts pushing, right? Maybe his teammate calls like, okay, I'll flash you in banana, you know, go for a peek. But he was ready to go 1-for-1 and then dive out sandbags, get flashed back in for another by Fame. He moves, he gets caught moving, and then as a result, because Outsiders have lost info, Norbert pushes into their default. That's a really unlike Outsiders round. And so, again, just when you feel like Outsiders are hitting the level to just close out this map and go on a bit of a tear, streak some CT rounds together, FURIA pull one out of nowhere and keep this game breathing. Drop, has he done the maths? That's the question. Back, sight, plant, and he lives with 20 health. Man knows his numbers, at least. We've seen even top players at this event die to that bomb, that new radius on Inferno. And for those not in the know, every map is different in terms of that radius, right? You can get sites like Nuke, or maps like Nuke, where you can live on the same site as the bomb and still survive. But Inferno is definitely the most punishing. The final tack used by Outsiders, they've been very liberal with this, these pauses. Of course, getting a chat to Dastan, very experienced coach in his own right, has been throughout this team for many years. Even when they were back as avant-garde all that time ago. But we're back in. And a crucial gun round right now, at least for Outsiders, as their money is on the rocks. FURIA win this, and we're suddenly going to level up 30-0.
Yeah. Which gonna feel like a disaster for Outsiders on their map pick, right? They've had chances to try and get this one over the line. As far a lot of those opportunities sailing past, and even as you say, around showcase a kind of impatience, which is very un-Outsiders-esque. Okay, Serato, he's loved just this late B lurking. And, well, this time, doesn't happen so late. They even spot James up on top of the half wall with this AWP. And I mean, now they might just hit the go button into a bit of an A play. There's 3 up the short side. But Outsiders a position to deal with this, a double pit setup and a sight crossfire coming in. FURIA, they might need to recognize the danger on this one, man. Like, they're going into one hell of a setup here from the Outsiders, and they are getting destroyed. The bomb's on safe up in the apartments. Okay. They still haven't gotten past the pit players yet. Drop's knocked out one of them, but Flit very much alive, very much still in the round. And keeping FURIA trapped here. That bomb cannot come out of the apartments. It's got to look for other avenues. Is safe taking it B? All right, so they've said, oh, hang on. He's changing his mind. He's changing his mind.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. That could have been, you know, one of the better options here, because now you've got to brave not 1, but 2 fights trying to get this bomb into position.
James made the read, and they're going to fall for it. That bomb's been seen with 10 seconds recommitting. Maybe Safe was hoping that running back, because worth noting, James was heard rotating on long behind the motor smoke by Drop. Maybe Safe thought that he faked him out by running back B. James didn't hear that, though. However, that clock ticked in his head, and as he rotated, Safe came back in. It's unfortunate more than anything for Outsiders, and I would not expect James to go for this round. Remembering the money is broken as well. Oh, wait. No. That kill is just for BM. For BM only. He will get out of there with his AWP. But that's fine. It's pretty reasonable. Going to have it in an eco round now. Kind of needs to go ham, but if there's one thing James can do on a solo CT AWP, it's go ham.
It's honestly impressive that FURIA win that, man.
Yeah,
like I
sure.
kind of can't stress it enough. They got the opening kill over towards B. They get the fear put in them by James AWP being there, so they accelerate the pace into a gnarly crossfire between pit and site, and they lose so many bodies early as well. Just miraculous scenes, man, and it's massively helped out by saffee and drop, just nailing every opportunity they were given in that 2vx. Ooh. James pushing the apartments with his AWP. He wants to get involved.
This is so cheeky, isn't it? And it might even work out. He's holding for a close peek. And drop is peeking. Close shadow gives it up for James. FURIA, do they still want to go A? Because they know they're going to be running into this AWP. They've got that long side. Could wrap spawn with it. Maybe end in this B play. But if he peeks out mid, he should be dead here. There's so many rifles ready and waiting to go. This is super scary for FURIA. They look like they wanted to commit, but now they're really still, waiting for more info to come their way, trying to pick these pistols out of the round before they fight the AWP. It might not be down to them. Save for the bomb, save for the bomb, and he hits the shot onto Norbert. Could have been very awkward, but they're bleeding over into this A site, and without a multi-kill from James, there is no hope in hell. Will he see the barrel? Yes! Another one for James. FURIA is still running into this solo AWP. I don't like this.
They're still aggroing him, man. They're still running at James, and he's going to take every one of these fights in his stride. He's had a great opener to the round, but how much further can James take it? Safe going up, going over, but the big threat still very much in the round. James in the site, missed opportunity, and now yuurih's going up and over. He's also getting wrapped. Fame's held on with the USP, picks up the AWP, 1v1. Oh, missed shot, safe saves the day. And FURIA do get to 13 at quite the cost, down to a 1v1 to close after a USP double.
That's a heartbreaker for Fame, man. He did so much with a pistol set up at the back of Cold. And Safe, he's really had a recovery at the end of this T side. He's had a few multi-kill rounds now on his AWP. I can't believe FURIA, knowing that that's a full eco, go into James on the AWP instead of just running B and winning the round free. There would have been nothing there to stop him. No chance James could get there in time. But they win it, don't they? FURIA stare death in the face and they laugh. Somehow in this game, and if anything now may be favored, times have changed. But some things never change for James, always finding a way to get that AWP. Bankrolled. He's going to start B with a triple setup. FURIA, fearless, up banana. James going to fight them, but the AWP's got nades out. James full blind, and Art wall bangs him through the wall. 5-on-4, FURIA may as well just Hail Mary into this B bomb site. They don't have the full team here though, nor the bomb, and it's still stacked.
That could be problematic considering there's still two players pretty in position. God. That's a lovely shot from Art, and they're even ready for the man boosted at backside.
Get that AWP out of the map.
That's going to be a save for Outsiders, and that's assuming that a guy named yuurih wants to let them get away with it.
I can't believe it, man. James gets full blinded. He didn't even take like a blind shot. He just hesitated and then he ran away. I don't know what was going on there for James. Needed to shoot, leave. He didn't either. Too slow on both counts.
Man, this is always, it's always like a thrilling matchup because I think these teams are just like almost polar opposite in terms of how they work. And to see FURIA pulling it back like this, it's very reassuring. You know, we've had a strong performance out of yuurih to start, but now everyone has very much risen to the occasion. Serato even kind of coming alive alongside him. And I think FURIA gets so scary when both of those two are switched on in particular. You've just got such a kind of like beautiful beautiful amount of opening prowess combined with the closing power that K Serato brings you.
A lot of players been popping off towards the latter end of this game for FURIA. Art, notably so. Massive double entry into that B bomb site, safe with his clutch in the previous. yuurih, who's been solid all game long, putting even up clutches on CT side. Oh, a bit of a shuffle round of weaponry here for Outsiders. Are going to make it work. James with the AK, everyone else rifled except for Fame. It's Outsiders who are rifling through their pockets, trying to find loose change to keep this game going, to deny that 15th for FURIA. Do they want to risk that banana fight, knowing there could be an orb stationed? And there is. Safe goes back to get the bomb, as has often been the case. FURIA are given banana. Outsiders only hold it for a moment. They instead lean back to the site and rely on their gamble of 3. yuurih lurks in our apartments, and Art leads the squad into the B execute.
He's in Qikert's face, and Drop's going to help him win that one. There is a smoke in the way, but they're going through it. That's wild.
Yeah.
James gone. They're not ready for Fame as the third man here, but he has kind of missed the opportunity. Safe was even trying to Gumba stomp him there at the very end.
Fame's had some really awkward whiffs in this CT side, like especially considering the game plan early was to leave him solo on this side, and he got caught a couple of times. Now, as Outsiders back-to-back rounds, they triple stack B, and they get bloody destroyed, Harry. They get melted. FURIA, they are coming in with some finesse right now, running through B smokes 20 seconds into the round and winning it every time. Fame is definitely feeling like a bit of a problem piece for Outsiders. Maybe would have been redeemed if he won that clutch on the A site. They're hunting this final kill. Norbert does get a nice spray off, but there's a lot of players coming for him, and his time is limited. 15 rounds taken first by FURIA, and that's the money in the bin for Outsiders. You can't even bankroll James Orb. He's got to go A1S.
You know, with forces coming out, getting forced into saves, going for clutches and not having them go your way, this lead that Outsiders once had actually become a very slow, painful death at the fast fists of FURIA, man. Like, it's wild, dude. The money's been dripping dry all damn half, and finally, you know, that reservoir is now empty. You're down to a collection of guns here, a real mixed bag out of the Outsiders. FURIA are fired up, they're believing. Art is getting in your face at top banana. He's not demanding a lot to do it either. Oftentimes, it's just dry swings out of Art to find these openers. And he's going to try and do it again. Fame's here, left to solo. The util, too late. Art is already ahead of it. And so this round might end up panning out the way that many others have. Fame not registering the timings, not registering just how fast FURIA are. And now they start to farm up these players that were left behind to defend the B site. It's a 3v3 retake now for the Outsiders.
They've got to do it. Quick shot, safe, excellent on this AWP all game long. But he has really come alive in this T side alongside his in-game leader, and now he's on the right angle to close the round, the wrong round for Outsiders. They might line up, and they do. Norbert low, and Safe finishes the job. It's the fast, ferocious B plays of FURIA to lock out Outsiders from their map pick. That is going to leave them furious themselves, and we go through to Vertigo to see if Outsiders will be eliminated here in Cologne.